Hi guys, I'm Irina. If you watched my previous videos, you've noticed that I try to make them funny and entertaining. However, this time it's really different. I've decided to make this video to raise awareness of people in need, of the problems they face and the ways that they can be helped. This video is done with the help of my dearest friend Miss Manley, who has been helping poor people for the last 9 years. This video may be a life-changing message for you, so please keep watching till the end. It will definitely make you appreciate what you have in life. If you feel like contacting Miss Manley to help her with her amazing work, you can do it through the following email.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be with you here today to talk about a very important topic, and that would be charity. When my dear friend Miss Irina asked me to speak on this subject, I thought it would be a very good opportunity on a personal level to share some of my experiences, which have literally been life-changing for me. And also, I would like to bring awareness on this topic. I would like to start out with telling you how I got started, okay? It was a few years ago, actually around 9 years ago, that my children were attending the college, and they had asked me to join in with them. It was one Saturday, I remember. They asked me to meet them at the university, and they said that they were going to give some things out for the poor people. They were collecting money and food and things like that. So it was a group of college kids, and they rented a bus, a huge bus, and we were to go to a village outside of Cairo, and we would spend most of the day there. Actually, when I got in the bus, I was the eldest one in the bus. It was all of the youth, and I didn't know what to expect. We drove for about 2.5 hours, and literally we were in the desert. And it was so hot. When we arrived at the village, I was so surprised, actually. I guess you could say that it was the first time in my life I had seen such people in dire need. They were so poor. It was so emotional for me. And the other thing that really made an impact on me was that these children, or these students, were so enthusiastic. They had such a high spirit. And I found such a dedication in them to really help these people. And I guess this is what gave me, I guess you could say, a passion, or it was like a spark in my life. It changed me so much. I became aware of people in need. I started to question my life, and I said to myself, this is something that I want to do. This is something that really I want to have a part of my life to dedicate, helping people and helping the poor. So basically that's how I got started. That was about, like I said, about 9 years ago. After that, I started to volunteer with several organizations, and we would go on, it's called a kafila here in Egypt, and in English it means like a caravan. So I would volunteer, and we would usually go outside of Cairo to these small villages, and these villages you would find very, very poor people. For example, most of the people didn't have running water, and of course they had no furniture, no appliances. You would find these people living in rooms. Sometimes there would be no roof over their head. They would be sitting on the floor. They have these straw mats. And the amazing thing that I found is that when I visited these people, they would always have a smile on their face. You know, they would not look like they were desperate, or they wouldn't be begging. You know, they would just be smiling. They would greet us very kindly. My experience changed as the years went by, where I started off with just volunteering and going with groups and different organizations, to where I found I had more passion to do that, and it became a bigger part of my life, and I took an active role. So I started to arrange myself, events, and I gave Miss Irina some of the pictures for my latest events. One was a bake sale I had given in my workplace, and I asked the parents and the students to bake goods, and we sold them, okay? And all the money and proceeds went for charity. And also I had a marathon that I did last year. And this was a great, great experience because I brought the community together, and we came out. It was early in the morning on a Saturday, and we had a marathon, and I sold tickets for that, and it was very successful. And I found that it brought a lot of happiness and joy to the people. Not only did they donate for charity, I gave them an opportunity to exercise, and it was something good for their health. And I plan to carry on that, hopefully yearly, if I can. So I was very happy to talk about this subject today, and I would encourage everyone to really think about charity and the act of giving, and you will find that it's such a great benefit. It really is. And I really believe it's a big blessing to be involved in that. I wanted to mention about a family I met on one of my trips, okay? I found a woman who had 7 children, and she literally had nothing, absolutely nothing, no appliances. They were sleeping on straw mats with blankets, and no running water in her place, no appliances, nothing. So what I did is I collected some money and I got her some appliances, and I delivered these things last year to her: a refrigerator, a stove, and a washing machine. And now I wanted to mention that these appliances are not expensive ones. These are, the very low-cost ones, very small ones, okay? So the incredible thing about this family is that, she cannot speak or hear. Her or her husband. However, her children can speak. And it's just amazing to see how she's communicating with her kids. They develop like a kind of sign language. It's not official sign language. And she has such determination to help her kids. It was incredible. So I was really happy last year to get something for her. I visited her this year, and she was so happy to show me her refrigerator. I went in her house. When we opened the refrigerator, there was only dry bread and 1 bottle of water in her refrigerator. And when I saw that, my eyes filled with tears, and I said to myself, how is she living? How is she eating? This moved me so much, actually. And now I felt that I want to start to collect clothes for her kids. So, I appreciate any help we can get in that, because really, she's in great need, really she is. Can you imagine if you have 7 children and you have nothing? There's 2 families, especially 2 families, really, really poor. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. They're sleeping on mats on the floor. And there was like 6 or 7 people in this place. It's so dirty. They told us that their mother was in the hospital. And you can't imagine. They don't have a refrigerator. They don't have a stove. I don't know how they eat. When I went in this small place, I found dry bread on the floor. And there was like girls maybe like 20 years old. And I think they were married and they had children. And there was kids running around. And I just remember one of the girls' names was Amira. And when I left there, I said, I have to get something for these people. You know, at least like a refrigerator or stove or something for these people. As I've done the previous years, I got a lot of stoves and refrigerators and washing machines for the people over there in the graveyard. So I guess these were 2 new families. I didn't know them because the area is so big. So I said to myself, if I can go and raise some money, I have a list also. I took a list of some people and what they need. So hopefully this is going to be my next kafila, where I'm trying to get some appliances for the people. You know, it's going to cost a lot of money because, you know, the appliances are expensive. So
it's calling you and I, it's taking us up high to healing. A simple act of kindness brings such meaning.